While we go live, I want to share what I am drinking today because it is one of my favorites. We're actually going to be talking about nervous system regulation, but we're right now connecting Insta to this feed. So we've got more friends coming on. Welcome. Okay, I want to share what I'm drinking. It's Piquet, cold pressed beauty electrolyte, hyaluronic acid, youthful skin, deep hydration. Is it perfect? No, but I'm drinking it. Imperfect action creates optimal health, and sometimes we can forget that. Do I strive for the best of the best? Absolutely. The beautiful thing about this little electrolyte drink, is that it dissolves so easily, like in water. I just have to give it a little shake and we are good to go. So that will be my drink for the day. Let's talk about nervous system regulation and kids. But it's not just about kids. It's more about the adults that they're around. Kids take their cue from our nervous system. Strengthening their nervous system not only leaves them less vulnerable at school, it strengthens their magnesium levels. Because if their energy flow is not strong, then at school they're picking up all the things. Now, let's talk about that energy flow. Over 20 plus years ago when I started, I have to tell you, I thought that was woo-woo. I'm like, not for me. But as science grows and as we learn more and as I became more open to the idea, our muscles create voltage, right? We've talked about the voltage. And what do we need for voltage? We need magnesium. Soaking in a pure sea brine magnesium is the jump start to voltage. Now, we need potassium, we need salt, we need other things. Those are the core three that helps us create voltage. Our muscles store voltage. Our muscles create voltage as we walk. Because of that reaction that's happening, that little spark that's happening, we have an energetic field around us, right? You can't see it. It's not tangible, but it's there. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever walked into a room and thought to yourself, oh, it's a little tense. There was an argument here. Or walked into a room and just felt instantly comfortable with the people that were there. It was the energy of the room, and your energy noticed it, picked up on it, and immediately that gave you the vibe. Now, some people pick up on it more than others. Here's my goal. If you were someone like me that experienced trauma as a child, you typically tend to pick that up. You had a coping skill as a child that kept you safe. You needed to read everything in the room to know what was happening so that you knew what to do to keep yourself safe. And as what tends to happen is we take that coping skill and we continue it into adulthood, even when we're safe. And that creates a dysregulated nervous system. When our nervous system is dysregulated, we lose our magnesium. Therefore, we can't create voltage to hold and store ATP energy in the middle of that cell. Magnesium helps you to do that, helps you to store ATP energy in the cell in the smallest function when it's the right magnesium. It's not made from flakes. It's sea brine and it's never diluted, ever, ever, ever. When we have that voltage, we have a stronger, I always told my kids, they were Star Wars fans, think of it like a force field. When that force field is weakened, you're picking up other people's things that it's not yours to hold. And it makes you tired. If you're tired all the time, this might be part of the reason why. Today, I want to show you some hands-on things that we can do to strengthen that force field right after I take a drink. Strengthening that is our responsibility. And when we look to our kids or people that we love around us, and they look to us as the person that nurtures and takes care of them, we set their tone. So many times when I would see one-on-one, I hope my husband just took the dogs out for a break because the timer went off. So many times when we want it for our kids, we don't do it for ourselves, but we do it for them. I know that was the trap I fell into, and it's not authentic. I wasn't living what I wanted them to live. Those kids pick up on our energy and how strong it is. All of the things I'm going to share with you today to strengthen that energy, kids can do. But ultimately, the women, I'm talking specifically to women, ultimately, the women hold the tone for the people that they love. So whether that's men, adults, children, teenagers, we hold that tone. It is a great responsibility that comes with great accountability. And sometimes we can get overwhelmed by that and burdened by that. Let's put those shoulders back, brush off the male energy, take the power into our hips, where female energy, we have both energies, male and female. But let's operate, well, I should say, I like to operate from feminine energy. Building my company took a lot of male energy. And so I have to say, ooh, Kristen, step back into that female. We can use both. When we're talking about our energy pattern and that flow that keeps our magnesium internally in our body, we need that female energy, that nurturing energy, that energy that brings things to us. It doesn't chase them. If you're chasing health, it could be that you're operating from male energy, because female energy doesn't chase, it attracts. When things just show up for you, they just show up. That's a sign that you're operating from your female energy. Having strong voltage, soaking in magnesium, having enough potassium, having enough salt, utilizing the magnesium morning trifecta, walking in the early morning sunshine, soaking in magnesium, utilizing potassium and salt as appropriate for your body will help strengthen that field that you have. And when it is strong, you are more empowered. You have a stronger voice. You are able to hold energy for those around you, that it's appropriate to hold it for them, not for everyone you come into contact with. And I do not believe that we are supposed to hold energy for everyone, because it's exhausting. And if you're exhausted in a big crowd, this could be why. I want you to think of crossing energies. Anytime energy crosses, it's strengthened. Anytime it crosses. And so think of what kids do naturally. Now, I was going to be all set up in a room that I could share lots of things and be able to walk around with this mic and it wouldn't connect. So I'm corded and a little bit not able to show everything, but you can imagine. So anytime you cross, think of, I'm going to do it this way. Think of kids on the sun, they're naturally crossing their energy. So when they walk out the door, having a little game, crossing their energies, gets them ready for the day, ready to walk into that room that they're going to be learning, or walk onto that school bus, or sit at the kitchen table to learn, however that learning environment is set up. Anytime you cross that energy. Another one that is so great, and imagine I'm down on the floor on my hands and knees crawling. Once I learned this from a therapist that was actually helping to integrate. We adopted older children, and we were needing integration and reading skills, and just wanting to do as much as we could to help. And she taught us the power of crawling. I would create games, because when you crawl, your eyes are going back and forth, back and forth. And that eye pattern is strengthening energy. When energy is strengthened, we're less reactive. And did you know, when you have magnesium at magnesium red blood cell saturation, your energy is strengthened and you become less reactive, because you're walking out of a calcium dominant environment and walking into creating a magnesium rich environment. And calcium dominant people are very reactive. They're very rigid. They don't have that flexibility. Think of Brene Brown's words of a strong backbone, open heart. We're strong, but we don't close off. We're open. That's an energetic way to hold on to your energy, still be available to people, but not carry things that we're not meant to carry. And a woman who does that strengthens the children around her. So that crawling, another one that we can do, and Shelly and I are going to start doing more often. Well, Shelly can join me if she wants, is doing, it's hard. That cord is getting in my way. Touching your knees, crossing this way. You can touch it with your hands, touch it with your elbows. I'm just bringing those knees up. I'm crossing my energy patterns. I sit at a computer so much. Do you? Do you sit at a computer a lot? If you do, your energy pattern is going homolateral, meaning it's running this way, and you pick up more of the things that are around you and you become burdened. Think of your shoulders. Like, are they tight? Are they heavy? Are you wearing the burdens of the world? No wonder you're overwhelmed. Our energy is here, not here. This is male energy. This is female energy down in our hips. That's where we create. That's where we hold our power. And sitting at a desk can make it that we're holding it here. And it would, like, one of the ways that I can describe that is you're creating those things that you want to create, but it feels so hard. I have, in the company, we have MacBooks and Windows. I prefer Mac. And down in the warehouse, they have all Windows for processing with different shipping, and they're connected on a Windows system. When I'm on Windows, if I'm giving it Mac controls, it's not going to work. I'm using the wrong system. Are you using the system that you want to be using? There is nothing wrong with focusing and using that male energy. This morning I had to use it, and I stepped into that because there were trucks and boats and trailers where freight trucks need to come to drop off supplies, and we have like 6 trucks coming today that can't get through, which means I have to pay a fee, a financial fee, because they can't get to where they need to be, and they have to use different equipment out front. And so that's going to cost me for every truck. And I went down I've talked to them, and I had to be very aggressive today. Move them now. I'm not paying extra fees. I had to step into a bit of a different energy to get them to listen to me. Then I consciously came back into that female energy. And I did that by maintaining cell saturation, maintaining cell saturation, soaking in magnesium soak, keeping my voltage strong, maintaining my magnesium that activates ATP energy at the cellular level. And when that is activated, the energy flow here is stronger. It's stronger here. It starts on the inside and comes out. And when that overwhelm kicks in, it can be that we're working in the wrong energy system and making it harder. You'll hear the saying, salmon swimming upstream. It's harder when we work against the flow. Getting into that flow, making sure our energy is crossing and it's not going homolateral. Sometimes people are not able to hold their magnesium cell saturation and they become so frustrated. And this is a huge piece of the equation. It's not just about soaking in magnesium soak. It's about soaking in magnesium soak and holding on to the magnesium that we're soaking in so that our soaking becomes more efficient and we soak less often. That's the goal, so that we're out there living a big life and doing those things that are our dreams. One of my favorite people who impacted my life deeply, so much, she's not with us anymore. And the world lost a light when she left this earth. And she taught me a concept. Every woman needs something to look forward to. Every woman needs something to look forward to. The thought of something that you're excited about strengthens that energy pathway just with your thoughts, right? Just with your thoughts. The thoughts that we think can walk us away from having that strong energy pattern. Another thing, let's see, I'll just pretend here. This is the book I'm reading. Another thing that we can do is take a pen and draw figure eights on paper. It crosses, the figure eight has that cross. And sometimes when I need to get back into that connection and back into that strong foundation of feminine energy, I will just fill a page with connected figure eights. Just doing that. Connected figure eights grounds us. It's tiny, but tiny changes create the biggest movement externally. Chasing symptoms leaves us tired, exhausted, burned out, broke because we've wasted all that money, time poverty because we've wasted all that time and still not feeling well. Little actions throughout your day help embrace that strong energy pattern and ultimately create a stronger nervous system. When you have a strong nervous system that's regulated, you hold on to magnesium. As a woman, when you have a strong magnesium-rich environment in your body, by maintaining a magnesium red blood cell of 6.3 or above, it is easier for you to create a strong energetic pattern. And that invariably determines the people around you that sit at your table, that you hold that energy for. That makes it easier for them to have strong energy. When we moved from California to Utah as a young child, there was a lot of people doing that at the time to save their kids. There was that, we'll take them to a different state. It wasn't just Utah, that was my experience. Those kids that were troubled that get put somewhere else, or even just a different high school or a different middle school or a different state. Sometimes you'll see other family members getting those kids to help, to course correct, to redirect, to mentor and love them and help them to see their potential. And a lot of times what happens, they fall right back into the same kind of kid. Energy matches energy. And it comes together. Strengthening that child's energetic fields can change their experience of whom they interact with. And it starts with you. And I think as women, I know I did this. As women, we tend to look at those people that we care for and make it good for them. If you want your family to be healthy, with all the love and bluntly, quit nagging them. You create health. Be where you want to be, and they'll be inspired. And then they'll come to you and say, hey, like mom or aunt or friend, you just look like you feel good. I'm really tired. What can I do? And that's when you mentor and lift. Now, obviously, if they're very young, we, as a woman, we don't just let them choose whatever they want. There's directions and guidelines. So don't take it to the extreme, but apply it to your situation. Healthy women have strong filters and take what they learn and create it in a way that works for them. I need a little bit more of a water break. Okay, I am going to flip over to the chat section. Oh, so on Instagram, Kate, I'm not sure how, anyway, Kate had a question. I drink tons of concentrates. It is full of magnesium, but doesn't get you to cell saturation. Now, everyone has their goals with magnesium, and that's great that if that's your goal for magnesium orally. There is no oral magnesium with current lifestyles that will help you achieve and maintain cell saturation. Natural sea brine, not processed from flakes and not diluted, soaking in magnesium chloride that meets that standard. Magnesium soak does. My family imports it, bottles it, caps it, and ships it to you. Now, we have a team that helps us. We are in charge of that supply chain. Watered down magnesium made from flakes will not get you there. Yes, you'll get some benefits. Absolutely. I'm not discounting those benefits. My goal is single with magnesium, and that is achieving and maintaining magnesium red blood cell status of 6.3 or above. The new standard is 5. I'm not going with the new standard. I'm sticking with the old standard. The reason they changed that from 5 to 6.3 is no one was reaching it. I'm not staying in the sick vibe that America has been on a downhill path for years. I'm not doing that. I'm maintaining the standard of what my body needs, and it does better at 6.3 or above, the gold standard. I am very, let's see, how do I say that? I know what I want from magnesium. I know what works for me. And that's what these lives are about, is sharing different things and you and I connecting with each other. And then when you walk away, hopefully you have determined for yourself what is a good fit for you. If you feel like your magnesium needs are met by an oral liquid magnesium, go for it. It's processed. It loses its ability to give you the full benefit of magnesium. Cell saturation, magnesium chloride was shown in the mid to late 80s that it did cross the blood-brain barrier. The full benefit. I don't worry about 9 different kinds of magnesium and take this for that and this for this. I maintain cell saturation. Now, some people do that oral and soaking. I have never in my 20 plus years and thousands upon thousands of women seen oral move your red blood cell numbers to cell saturation. I've never seen that, not once. You determine what is best for you. I'm sharing what has worked for me and got me from wheelchair and seizures and not even aware of my family to waking up excited to come on the live today. I had such incredible active gratitude driving into work today, I opted not to do our live on Mondays to take time for myself and draw some boundaries and strengthen my own energy system. And today I missed it on Monday, and I missed you. And today I was so excited to connect with you and strengthen our energetic patterns. Healthy women are connected women. When we connect with other women, our energy patterns are strengthened. It's why when a group of women get together, you notice, where's the conversation go? Where does it go? Is it gossip? Because gossip is a fake form of power and drains your energy. All of us have done it. I have too. It's not a good thing to do. Drains your energy. Or is it uplifting, creative, supportive people? Team, when I walk out to Emily, it's a beautiful thing. She's got my back. There is a connection there that lifts me. We don't gossip about people. We talk about lifting people. What can we do for this person? What can we do for that? Many of you are aware of Shelly right now behind the scenes helping me with all the things. Her and I are connected. We lift each other. Healthy women are connected, and they watch their conversations and the words that they say because they know that that conversation can weaken their voltage or strengthen their voltage. Women with strong voltage are women who lift and make the world a better place for children. And that ultimately is what drives the basic goal and why Living the Good Life naturally was created, to help support women have strong energy systems and lift those people around them. Now, let's talk about children. Can they soak? Absolutely, they can soak. They don't need as much. A young child doesn't need as much. They start with 1/8 of a cup, not a full 1/4 of a cup. My youngest, I call her my baby girl, and I probably always will, but she's 6'2". So we need to take that into relationship of where they're at. My baby girl needs a full dose, an adult dose. A younger child, elementary age, they can use 1/8, and then that way one bottle is getting them 32 soaks. Now maybe they didn't soak, didn't have time. Oh my gosh, I went to a granddaughter's baseball game, and they were so busy, like, okay, we've got to get home now and get things done so that we're ready for the morning. And when you don't have time to soak, magnesium spray is the next best options on the bottom of their feet. That's what absorbs and uptakes the most. Any soft tissue area will absorb and give you some magnesium. Even as wonderful as this spray is, it's a companion to cell saturation. Even this cannot get you to cell saturation. Utilizing magnesium soak, this helps you maintain and can help with spot treatment. If you didn't have time to soak and the kids are headed out the door for school, spraying it on the bottom of their feet can help them have more magnesium. Lotion is another great way. Now this has less magnesium than this. Okay, so let's look at these questions. Oh, Christina, you are so kind. Thank you for the kind words. Now, see, for me in that moment, I have a connection with Christina because she lifted. Christina didn't come on and talk about my physical appearance or trash me. Christina came on and expressed gratitude. When women express gratitude, active gratitude, when they feel it, this morning I felt it in my body. In fact, I was moving in my car carefully as I drove safely. That active gratitude closes our energy system, helps strengthen us. Ooh, another good one. Let's do this. Start at the bottom of your pelvic bone and just imagine a big zipper and just zipping it up, throwing away the key. Nobody can get into that space. It's sacred. For me, for me, it is sacred. And that's a great thing to teach kids. Just zip up. Like, don't, it will help them not take the things that they're experiencing externally that are out of their control and not have it be as detrimental to their energy system. How do you know if you're holding it? Asked Brenda. Brenda, this is, I believe you're asking about the magnesium and testing your magnesium red blood cell. And Shelley, I'm sure, can either pop up or has already popped up in the comments the link to the test for your magnesium red blood cell test. And that's going to show you how much magnesium your body has access to. Now, that test is not perfect. It does not show you the magnesium in your bones. 60% of magnesium in your body is held in your bones, 40% in your cells. And that magnesium red blood cell, not serum, magnesium red blood cell test is showing you what's at the cellular level, not what is on your bones. Because magnesium acts like a lace over the bones and it drives the usable calcium into your body. Okay. Oh, Brenda, I love that. I hope you've walked away today with some tools that you can use. Oh, do you remember? I call them clackers. Think of a stick, 2 triangles, and balls on the end. Oh, let's see. That probably sounds horrible in the mic. Going like this, that back and forth breaks up energy and helps align energy. Toys, hula hoops. Hula hoops are fantastic. All of my grandkids have those big weighted hula hoops, and we do that hula hoop because it's fantastic to strengthen. And isn't it interesting? Play strengthens our energy system. And I know, like last night, I was here till 9:15, and I was here like at 7. Way too long of a day. Do you think I played yesterday? No. This morning, I took some time to play this morning because play strengthens our energy system. And for me, I have to schedule it in. And that sounds ridiculous. It works for me. I schedule in time to play and do those things that help me belly laugh, because belly laughing strengthens our energy system. Okay. Oh, Kristen, my hat display. So I love hats. So kind of you. Is what I'm going to do is I've got a person, I've never hung wallpaper, and I thought I'm not going to do that. So I found a person here in Cache Valley, and I am going to put a great big maximalist print on the back of this wall. And then I saw on Apartment Therapy, I love their decorating. I saw a way that they had the hats on the wall that were one line, and it displayed all the hats beautifully and very artistically. And I'll probably do it on this side where the fire, not to hide the fire. Well, ooh, okay, I can't hide the fire hydrant anyway. And so I want to change that up. These are my clothes that I keep here. If I go to the I have a little gym next door. If I go to the gym and I need to change, I can shower here, and I've got different clothes that I can put on when I do recordings. Let's see, no, this over here is my favorite London Fog thrifted coat. It's so beautiful. Okay, so squirrel, I can squirrel. Oh, Natalie Wheeler. Is this the Natalie Wheeler that I think it is? Oh, I think it is. Natalie. Oh my goodness. If this is the Natalie Wheeler I know, sending so much love to you, and it's so good to see you. If you're not the Natalie Wheeler, hello, my name's Kristen. Nice to meet you. Natalie has been focused on a back injury that is tightening her fascia. I've heard it said all 3 ways, so I never know how to say it. Remember in a previous live, we talked about when that fascia fascia is tightened and it's not moving correctly, it doesn't have that slip, it's stopping the healing in our body. And I would do 2 ways, Natalie. I would do soaking for the benefit of cell saturation and magnesium at the cellular level. And then I would also do topically. I don't have the cream with me today because I was focusing on kids. I would use the cream because it has a little bit of menthol that will help increase the blood flow. And I would use that topically also. So I would take the magnesium 2 ways on that. I would also do, oh, and let me say this. I am not a doctor. I am not diagnosing. I'm not prescribing. It would be inappropriate. I'm sharing with you some tools that have helped me. And then it's important for you to do what's best for you, always. I would also use some castor oil. Castor oil is 100% ricinoleic acid, which no other oil is like that. When you're looking for castor, you don't want it thin. You want it really thick and you want it cold. Well, I want it cold pressed and very, very thick. And I would also put some castor oil along with that muscle cream. So for example, at nighttime, I take the omega-3 complex cream that I use that my daughter made me. I take that and I mix castor oil in it as my night cream because that castor oil moves those nutrients in a different way than any other oil does. Castor oil is incredible with the properties that it has. Oh, you know what would be great? Oh, it is, Natalie. Oh, sending you so much love. It's so good to see you. I wasn't sure. Oh my gosh. Giving you the biggest hug, Natalie. Okay. Oh, I love this. So Kristen's taking notes for her action items. You know what I would love? Do you know what I would love to see? If you're here and you want to actively create help, and this will be harder for introverts than it is for extroverts. And Karen, if Karen's on right now, that email that you sent me was beautiful. And I took it in, that support and love. And she talked about being a silent watcher. And I see you and I felt that love and I thank you so very much. So adding, if you feel comfortable, adding, what do you do for play? What do you do for play? For me, swinging, skipping is amazing for your energy. Have your kids skip around the room or outside before they head out the door, or before I homeschooled during certain years, depending on the needs of the child. If they're going to your kitchen table and that's their learning environment. So have them skip, have them play, have them move. That's what strengthens it. And when that energy system is strengthened, it enhances brain function. Everything's connected. Everything is connected. Oh, Kristen says, wait, what did you say with the omega oil? Okay. Let's see. Do I have... Okay, that says I have 4 minutes left. I must have not started the timer on time. I use a facial cream that we used to sell. And that facial cream has a very high omega-3 fatty acid profile. And I use that facial cream. You could use anything that you love on your face. I love to create a strong barrier, acid mantle barrier with my skin with omegas. As important as omegas are on the inside, they are for the outside, and the acid mantle, which is our largest organ. And I take that facial cream and then I put a little bit more castor oil in it. And then I rub that over. And yes, I look like a shiny, I think my youngest daughter was like, oh, Mom, you look like a shiny glazed donut because it's, very shiny. But then I put my eye mask on and go to bed. And, oh, happy birthday And oh, happy birthday to you. I'll send some thoughts, Kristen. I'll send some thoughts. Okay. Oh, 2 anxious teenage daughters that are shy and have anxiety out in public. I would like to help them. And from what you're saying in this video, the magnesium could potentially help them. I would like to know what to buy for them and where do you get this weighted hula hoop that you speak of? I went locally. Okay, so first off, Kat, your hair is spectacular. Oh, I love it. So nice to meet you. And let's always remembering I'm not a doctor, not diagnosing, not prescribing. Anxiety is running rampant right now and hitting younger and younger. And I think the conversation needs to be had that things that we can do to strengthen it, always filtering that through your daughters and their needs, not a doctor, not prescribing, not diagnosing. Magnesium is known as the chill pill mineral. Soaking in magnesium has been shown to increase magnesium levels in your body. The more magnesium you have, the calmer we can step into that chill pill mineral. Now, there are different things that will create a magnesium burn rate, Kat. And that magnesium burn rate dictates how often you soak. Someone with anxiety that is doing this, they are burning through more magnesium and they need to soak more often to see the benefits of magnesium. And personally, I would add some taurine orally while they were soaking, if appropriate for them, because typically people with anxiety have burned through their taurine and their voltage is off. Now, Kat, I'm not saying that soaking in magnesium is going to solve all of their anxiety problems. I am saying it's the first step. Creating a magnesium-rich environment, walking away from calcium dominance, helps you to create that voltage. When you have strong voltage, magnesium, salt, potassium, it helps to build a foundation that we're reducing anxiety. I never want to come across like just soaking will cure it. The magnesium morning trifecta is incredibly beneficial for anxiety. The OG, the original red light that comes from the sun in the first 2 hours of every morning, we are gifted that red light that decreases inflammation. The walking gets our muscles creating energy and storing energy. Soaking in magnesium just magnifies all of it so that we can access the synergy of the magnesium that's been shown to drop inflammation levels, the early morning sunshine and exposed to that color, the colors that come through, the beautiful violets and reds that come through that are only available in the morning, help you build a strong foundation for walking away from the anxiety. It's not that you find one thing that takes it away. In my opinion, it's a layered approach that you add layers, and is what can happen is people do one thing. Oh, it didn't work. I'm done. That didn't work. And then they give up for a little while. And to me, the people that I see getting healthy, the patterns that I had to put into place to get out of that wheelchair, I had to match my expectations. When we have mismatched expectations, we create a gap that the magnesium that we soaked in is pushed out through our urine. And depending on how many gaps we've created, determines our magnesium burn rate and how often we have to soak. Closing that gap is matching your expectations with your actions. And we can't expect, 2 years ago, it was a hormonal change and I've never experienced what I experienced. It was in January and just soaking in magnesium was not enough. It started and built the foundation. and was a part of rebuilding, I needed to add layers appropriate to what I was experiencing. Magnesium and creating voltage is always the foundation of that layer. It is the gateway to health. That magnesium morning trifecta helps everything to work better. And anything we can do to cross their energy patterns, to get them outside in the sun, to have something that they're looking forward to. I would love to see you with play. Who's writing down what they love to do to play? Because is what will happen is it will create connection here with those of us who are here and connected. It will create more connection as you share, what do you do that is play? What do you have to look forward to? Share with me in the notes below. I'd love to know. I'll share mine. I love to skip. I love to hula hoop. I love to take breaks and move my body. I love to dance. The things I have to look forward to are Tuacahn with a granddaughter that just is so excited to see Frozen on the stage, and being there with my mom, my daughter, and my granddaughter. So 4 generations of women enjoying that experience together. Having those things to look forward to is incredibly important. And I want to share something with you. Oh, I don't have them here. I took them home. Have you ever, is there people here that used our magnesium boosted bath bombs? Is there anyone here? They're coming back. They're coming back. Now it's in a different way so that we can bring them back. It's in a different way, and we had to get creative to be able to do it. But we have our magnesium boosted bath bombs coming back. And it's so exciting to me. And we need things to look forward to. We need something that excites our brain and connects our brain and our body, and we feel it. All of those are layers that we can do to reduce anxiety. For me, I talked about drawing the figure 8s, puffer breathing. And it's where you puff out your cheeks really big, and then do belly, deep breathing in and out through your nose while your cheeks stay puffed out. That can calm me back down. I used that a couple of times yesterday just to bring me back down. Had some frustrations that hit. Adding those different layers, and it's about building that strong foundation, starting with what our cells need at the cellular level. If we don't have it in the small, we can't have it in the big. If we don't have it in the micro, we can't have it in the macro. Starting in the micro with voltage, giving our cells voltage, magnesium, salt, potassium, creating that magnesium morning trifecta as often as we can to reduce inflammation. When we experience anxiety, reducing inflammation is a layer to help us walk away from that anxiety. Kat, I hope some of those things helped. Oh, a private message. Oh, Kat, I'm not able to send a private message. I can share with you, this is the foundation. This is the foundation. This is right here, the foundation for everything. And when money, we need to have a pathway for every dollar, and I wouldn't focus on anything else but this. Oh, Kristen says musicals. Oh, and you have used those bath bombs. I'm so excited to bring them back. So excited to bring them back. Oh, I have a D1 football athlete after an ankle injury finally agreed to soaking in magnesium. Huge difference in recovery. Oh, I love this. Athletes need more magnesium to help their bodies recover. Soaking in magnesium soak has shown to help muscles recover more efficiently and more quickly. Athletes need more magnesium. They put a lot of stress and high expectations on their body. And so we need that magnesium, and magnesium soak has been shown to assist in muscle recovery. thank you for sharing that. I wish I could go to every team, dance team, sports team, whatever the team is, and share magnesium to help them understand. And I think talking in their language when we have athletes, instead of, hey, soak in this magnesium, it's like, oh, did you see magnesium is going to help your muscles recover faster and help with the soreness? And talking in a way that it makes sense to them. Natalie, her question was, ever a chance that you will sell your facial cream again? Yes, we are going to do it very differently because I don't have the space to bring back all of the products. And so we're going to do it through subscription, and bath bombs will be the first one. And so you'll subscribe to the subscription box and you'll get 4 bath bombs a month. And in that box, we'll bring back products, older products, as a bonus gift, something to look forward to. Like, you know, the bath bombs are coming, but especially the first subscription box is over the top with everything that's inside of it. And then what we'll do is we'll bring back older products in that subscription box and get feedback. Are there enough people who would like this product to come back on a group buy? So you buy it and then we make it. And that will be an easier way for us to maintain, not have to go into another warehouse space because of a cost. And so it will be a way that we can maintain, but still provide those amazing products that we're no longer creating because we miss them too. And I think my daughter is tired of me saying, please make me some more omega cream. Please, please, please. I'll do this if you'll do this to create some time so you can make me some, because I love that facial cream. So we are doing a trial run on the bath bombs, seeing how that subscription model works for people, and doing it in a way that we can maintain the integrity of shipping products out and cost and all of that. So, and it's coming up very soon. Like bath bombs, magnesium boosted bath bombs are being made now to get ready for that subscription box. So it will go to my newsletter first, the Good Life Journal. Please feel free to sign up for that if you are interested, because we will only have 375 openings for that subscription. Each subscription will get 4 bath bombs a month and then bonus gifts in it, some of which will be older products so that we can get feedback on what people love and if they're interested in more of that. If you're interested in that, there are only 375 spots. Start opening those emails from the Good Life Journal, drop me a little hello, and that tells the algorithm in the email, hey, she wants these emails, and then you'll be sure to get that subscription box email. Remember, it's all about voltage, soaking in magnesium, utilizing the correct amount of potassium, the correct amount of salt, creates voltage in the cell. When we have strong voltage in the cell, healing is activated and we have a stronger energy flow around us, crossing our body, belly laughing, playing, having fun, utilizing the magnesium morning trifecta to reduce inflammation and increase health is all a part of that first step of the journey to showing up as the best version of you. Have the best day. Bye-bye.